我现在人在第9届的新加坡这个金融科技节 Singapore FinTech Festival。那今天很高兴可以邀请到 Arta Finance 的共同创办人 Edward， 那来跟我们分享一下数位资产管理相关的议题。Okay, so it's very good to have you here.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So my first question is like, digital financial applications are becoming more popular in recent years. Let's talk about what topic we're going to focus in this time.
Yeah. I think the big topic is AI and how AI can change the way we interact with like digital banks. So for us, we're working at building a AI-powered private bank. And so if you think about it, private banks need a lot of people in order to serve their customers. And that's the reason they always go after people with a lot of money. There are teams of people that are analyzing investments, writing research reports, like managing investments on a constant basis. The really cool thing about AI is we can almost build every single person their own little private bank that automatically does all these things for them and is personalized to them. So for us, that's the very, very cool part about what we're doing.
Yeah, so like, as we know, Singapore is the financial center in Asia, especially in recent years, replacing a lot of position in Hong Kong. Yeah, so how do you view the advantages in this region? For example, like the cross-border interoperability.
So we are dual headquarters. So we have a US headquarter and a Singapore headquarter. And we use the Singapore one to basically manage all the international business. The stat that we've been talking about is about 1.6 million people will invest about $4.8 trillion through Singapore over the next couple of years. And so I think Singapore is actually a very, very cool place to build the international part of Arta Finance. The other part that's very cool is we've gotten very, very good support from the Singapore Economic Development Board, just helping us get set up and guiding us and teaching us a lot of the things. And so that's the way we've been thinking about it. Like, there's so much energy and vibrancy in Asia. Things are moving so fast, people are building so many things. It's an amazing place to set up the company.
Yes, as we know that basically the so-called family office is quite a popular issue. What service can like Arta Finance can offer, like for not just for the super rich people, like using AI data to a lot of financial services?
I think family offices run into the same things that a lot of the private banks run into, which is they all cater to, if you have $100 million, you have a family office, right? And sure, you can hire a bunch of people and they can do all the things that you want to do to manage all your money. What AI lets us do is provide private banking, family office services to everybody, because we can use AI to generate and do a lot of the things that are manually done inside a lot of these family offices. And I think that's the really cool part about this, which is, doesn't matter how much money you have, doesn't matter if you have $500 million or $500, you can have basically your own private banker. And we find that very, very interesting and very cool.
And operated by AI wealth tools.
Yeah.
Is that like you have a lot of database and to operate to serve the clients? Is that kind of thing?
It's almost like, think about it as like every single person can have their own little like AI banker. And that banker knows your personal preferences, right? And so your banker can be different than my banker. The way you invest can be different than the way I invest. People are in different stages of life. Some people they invest more aggressively. Some people invest more conservatively. And so the fact that it doesn't matter if you have like 500 million users or 5 users, $500 million or $5, every single person can have one of these bankers, because there's really just code running in a server somewhere, right? And so for us, that's the way we think about it.
Is there have any vision after you participate this time of FinTech Festival? Develop more market in Southeast Asia?
Yes, definitely. I think we've always, Arta has a number of co-founders. I moved here about 8 years ago. I'm Taiwanese. I spent the summers in Taipei. And so I've always wanted to be here. I think the part of it is just like, when you're here, you feel the energy of all these people building things, and it doesn't matter kind of what Asian city you go to, you kind of feel that energy, that like optimism. And so to me, that is why like we have such a large presence in Asia. Actually, half, maybe even a bit more of our company is actually based out here. And so that's why I've been here for so long. That's why we started the company out here, and that's why it's so exciting to be here.
Who has the company started?
We started about 3 years ago.
3 years ago?
Yeah, 3 years ago. 3 years ago, we started in 2021. We spent most of 2021 kind of getting the company set up and raising money. So we raised from Sequoia or Peak 15, Co2, Ribbit, and eventually the Singapore Economic Development Board as well. And then we basically just like set up and started building. We kind of went quiet for a couple of years while we just like heads down built stuff, and then we launched in the US mid of last year, and then Singapore we just launched about 4 weeks ago, and we've gotten very good traction in Singapore.
Last but not least,
yeah.
Does that have any significant trend after you guys build up the company, especially this year?
Any significant, like any trends we're seeing?
This industry is growing.
Yeah. I think we always just point to that. When we look at the U.S. and we look at international, U.S. is just a very large market, right? And so as a platform, as a service, we go after the U.S. because there's a lot of people and a lot of wealth that we can manage for people. Here in Asia, I think same thing like we were saying, we use Singapore because people send their wealth through Singapore, right? 1.6 million people, $4.8 trillion. And it's only accelerating, I think. The other thing that we see accelerating is just the adoption of AI features. The way people use AI, apply AI, whether they use it for their customers or whether they use it internally to make their own systems more efficient. Like we're just using it in all different aspects of the company. And so I think you'll see like features and innovation and different markets open up very quickly just because of the scale that AI can work at.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you.